Welcome, loves. This is Hadassah, the Oracle, bringing you a message for the collective about finances. And I want you to keep in mind, I am not a financial advisor, okay? I am not a financial professional. So you go and seek that outlet if that is what you need. This is just advice from the divine, all right, from spirit. What spirit wants us to know, okay? Two questions were asked today, asking the divine about finances, okay? This is kind of a love reading because we're going to tap into our divine feminine or masculine that is coming in. So the first question that was posed is, what is the financial situation of the divine feminine or masculine energy that is coming towards the collective, you all, right? And then the second question that we'll address today that I asked Spirit is, what does the divine want the collective as a whole to know about their own financial situation? Again, disclosure, I am not a financial expert. I am not giving financial advice. This is just, what Spirit and what the divine just wants us to know. All right. This is just, having a good old time with tarot and with Spirit and choosing whether to listen to the counsel Spirit or not. Okay, so anyway, let's get to our first question. All right, I did pre-pull some cards, mixed the tarot cards along with some clarifiers, oracle decks, and things like that. So for the first question on what does the financial situation of the divine feminine or masculine coming in for the collective look like? Now, the tarot card that was pulled, or cards that were pulled, was the Hierophant, the World card. And then we also got the Three of Wands, okay? That was our tarot pulls. And what this is saying is that this is an energy that is grounded in discipline. Like, they handle money with wisdom and structure, hence the Hierophant card, right? And they've just closed a major cycle and elevated their standing since the World card, right? And so it seems as if now they're planning forward moves, expansion, relocation, or long distance opportunities, hence the Three of Wands. All right. Now we also have some oracle cards, and what Oracle is highlighting in a card that was pulled is status upgrade. We got a status upgrade card, and it has new achievements, improved social standing, lifestyle elevation, next level. Right, which is signifying, once again, status upgrade, literally, right? Independence, change, relocation, privileged man, woman. These are the name of other cards that were pulled, so I don't want you to get confused. Privileged man, woman. All right, this is someone moving into more comfort while creating new paths. We also have a cauldron card that was pulled from a particular oracle deck. And on that cauldron card, it says creation, opportunity, caring, right? And so again, this is someone that is moving into more comfort while creating new paths. That is the cauldron energy, right? Creation, it's a pot. You're putting things in there and you're creating something. It's not, we're not going to just think of it as just like a stereotype of witch's brew. Cauldrons you cook out of. You make soups and pots. It's creation, right? So opportunity, caring is what it's giving. All right. But it also has a note of caution, right? Hence, we have the spilled tea card that was pulled from an oracle deck as well, which says spilled tea, secrets exposed, gossip spreading, leaked information. Oops, it's out. All right. So what it's just leading to is, that spilled tea says to keep the sensitive money matters quiet because gossip may swirl. Okay. So maybe the divine feminine, divine masculine, needs to just be a little bit more quieter about their finances, just to keep people who just don't need to know out of it, right? To keep the gossips from spreading. Now, I have some emotion cards that were pulled from an emotional deck that, will give things like joy, peace, love, worn out, tired, shadow work. And what was pulled for this particular question is the manic card and worn out. So this signifies that, based on all of these cards pulled, that they've been grinding and grinding hard and they need to pace themselves. They need to slow down, so it seems like you're just a very hardworking individual who's very I don't want to say money focused, but they're on their grind. They're not a leisure man or woman. They are up and moving and working towards their financial goals, which usually signifies a person that's working on their own personal goals. They're a very driven person is what it seems like as a whole. So the bottom line, this signifies a stable, authentic, and expanding energy that is coming in, or maybe you've already met them, right? Financially secure, and they're ready for the next level. They just need to be mindful of burnout and who is in their circle. So that is some key information for you, collective, is maybe the partnership with you, one, will prevent some burnout, bring them some peace, or bring them what is called some work-life balance, right? So that they can kind of just, I don't want to say relax a bit. Yeah, relax a bit. They can kind of just get a little bit of rest, a little bit of peace in their life and love. They have that work-life balance. Or it's good for you to know, to remind them, hey, honey, you've been working hard. It's good to take a day off. Let's take a day off and go do some walking around in the park and just relax, okay? And it's a note for you all to also be mindful of your circle and their circle, if you've met this person or not, just to be aware of who is in their circle, and I guess things that are disclosed financially to others, just keeping financial matters in the home and discussed only around trusted individuals, like people who need to know, which is, of course, if you're already involved with this person, if they have business partners, that makes sense for them to know. If they are talking to financial advisors, that makes sense for them to know, but not just some everyday people who, may not have your best interest in mind, along with your partner's best interest in mind in your financial affairs. Okay, well, let's move on to that second question. And remember, the second question was just, what does the divine want the collective, you all, right? Or even myself, want us to know about our own financial situation. Again, I am not a financial expert, so I'm not going to tell you, hey, take these steps. This is what you need to do for sure. This is the divine and spirit speaking. So if it resonates, take it as it resonates. If it doesn't, it's not for you. Okay. Now, the tarot cards pulled for these questions is the Justice card, the Ace of Wands, and the Six of Swords, right? So divine is really telling us to balance, that balance and integrity need to come first. Hence the Justice card, right? Balance and integrity comes first. That's why we have the Justice card here. All right. Also, a spark of new income or inspired ideas is waiting for us, which is great. That's the Ace of Wands. It's just new opportunity, right? Or a new beginning it's speaking of. All right. And it seems to be that you all collective, this is very good news, is moving out of financial chaos into calmer waters, and that we need to be strategic and patient. Hence the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is, it's like the man rowing. It looks like a woman and a child, but it seems like you're going on this here journey. So it seems like you're just moving away from what was to calmer waters, to what is going to be, hence the Ace of Wands, this new opportunity, this new spark of income or ideas that's going to generate income for you. It's wonderful. So we also have some oracle cards or clarifying cards that were pulled for this as well, right? We have the false alarm card, and it says exaggerated panic, unnecessary drama, overreaction to minor events, much ado about nothing, which is wonderful. It's clarifying that, to me, that Six of Wands, but you're moving on to calmer waters, that you may feel stressed out right now, but there's no need to be. Things are working itself out. So don't let panic over small things control your emotions or control you, period. We also have the fake flex card that was pulled as well. Pretending wealth, showing off borrowed luxury, deceptive bragging, rich on Instagram, broke IRL. So this is just telling us, hey, stay true. Avoid performative spending. All right. Someone may be quietly, that was the next one, but just stay true. Avoid performative spending. Be wise in your spending. As in, don't go buy this, this brand new luxury bag, right? When you know it's going to be a detriment to your finances, just because it makes you look like you are maybe doing better than you are, or because it makes you look good. Don't go buy that new car when your old car is working just fine, but because it elevates you or makes you feel elevated in status, but it's a detriment to you financially. Those are just examples, not saying that that's what it is, okay? Now we also have the Secret Admirer card. I was so excited to jump to it, so I was going to jump to that card. But Secret Admirer, which is wonderful. That card was pulled, right? And what this signifies, because this is not per se a love question or reading, but it signifies that someone may be quietly watching your work, right? Someone's keeping an eye on you. That's beautiful, right? And it could become a supporter, right? Someone who is not just going to support you financially, not like a person, but like an opportunity, which to me is confirming that Ace of Wands, like there's some kind of new beginning or new opportunity. And it seems as if you have somebody watching your work, watching how you move, maybe watching your integrity, watching how diligent you are, keeping an eye on you that says, this divine collective would be very good for this opportunity over here. And they're just quietly watching you work. And they're here to present you with an opportunity at the right time. That's wonderful. So the Secret Admirer speaks of someone who could become a supporter of you, someone who can put you in a position that's better than the one that you have, or that's geared towards something that you really have been wanting to do. Like you may have a wonderful job, but it's what it is. It's a job, it has great income, great benefits, and it's sustaining you, but it's not really something that you are really passionate about. This person could present you with both. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I can't stress that enough. I was excited to see that card. But we also have some more. Unexpected income is another card that was pulled, which made me very excited. Once again, we have a lot of unexpected things coming, but in a great way. Hence the Eight of Wands again, opportunity, right? Unexpected income, windfall of luck, small bonds, investments, which also may be coming from that Secret Admirer's opportunity as well that they're presenting to you, okay? So unexpected income points to a small windfall, bonus, or investment gain, right? Then we have several others. We have a cup of tea pulled, and it says patience, reassessment, all right? And then we also have a card, I'll combine these two, that says, forget who you are. Conditioning falls away. Memory no longer defines you. So your past financial situation is no longer who you are. It does not define you, especially with this new opportunity coming, okay? So it's time to release the old money stories, all right? Trust your path. Again, you have great opportunity coming from the Ace of Wands, and you're going on this here journey with the Six of Swords, but it all seems to be moving towards a turn for the better in your finances. So you got that forget who you are, right? It's time to release that old money. The old money stories no longer define you. Your old financial situation is no longer your situation. Trust the path, all right? Then we have emotion, an emotional card that was pulled. And it was gratitude. It was gratitude. So all in all, the gratitude is gratitude towards the open doors, okay? I feel like this is not only the attitude that you need to keep, because having gratitude and showing, it's not showing false humility. It's not groveling at someone's feet. Like I have to grovel now. No, it's an attitude of gratitude. And that keeps those doors open for you. It keeps the doors of opportunity open when you show gratitude. So I think this is an attitude that you are showing right now, or will be showing. Just a thankfulness for this opportunity, but also something that needs to be continued, all right? A continued heart of gratitude towards these opportunities that were coming, and it will also keep the doors of opportunity open when people see, wow, he or she is just grateful. They have a great attitude. This new position did not make them arrogant. It did not make them feel like they're better than others. They still work hard. They still do what they need to do and even more. And they're still driven. They're still willing to learn. So I can give them more opportunity because they always keep an attitude of gratitude. And it also feels like you yourself will genuinely feel grateful at this opportunity. Okay. So things are looking on the up and up. It's got me excited for you as well. So the bottom line, it seems for this question, for this particular read and this particular question, question 2, don't stress or overspend to impress, right? Stay balanced, act on those fresh ideas, right? Move on them and move calmly towards abundance. Gratitude will shift everything and it will keep those doors of opportunity open for you, okay? Open for you. This is wonderful. So all in all, for this, the second part, since it is, the second question is geared more towards the collective, you all as a whole, and I include myself in that because I'm always learning and willing to learn. I wanted to highlight some just action steps that, can be taken here that will lead us in the direction we want to go financially, right? Myself as well, because a lot of times when I pull in these readings, they mirror my own situation. So I get excited to see it for other people, and I get excited to even see how it plays out in my own life as well. But some action steps that can be taken: audit your contracts, subscriptions, or debts. Look into that. Make a financial plan, right? Launch that new project or skill. Keep it simple at first. If you have a creative idea, like maybe starting your own social media channel, maybe you are in the creative with just art, with maybe you do tarot, maybe you do beading work, maybe you have you have a business you have a degree or something, maybe in HR, and you want to do your own consulting. Whatever it is that you have in you that you've been wanting to do for a long time, now is the time to just go ahead and act on that thing slowly and bit by bit. All right. Protect your money business. Let results speak, not gossip, right? Only share your financial situation with people who need to know. And sometimes it even means really close family does not need to be all up in your business, right? Maybe keep some of that stuff to yourself. Budget and plan calmly for your next phase. Always look at what does the next phase look like for me, all right? And what do I want it to look like? And practice gratitude daily while doing one steady money task. Don't let it overwhelm you trying to do everything at one time, especially if you grew up in a household. I'm just gonna be transparent, group like me, where you learned not a thing about money, right, growing up, and you just had to have everything hit you the hard way when you became an adult. So take it one step at a time and don't get overwhelmed, and just do what you can do, little by little, bit by bit, and then over time, you'll find that your financial situation has turned for the better. Let's go over some affirmations that we can tell ourselves to keep us in this positive mindset, and especially that's going towards where it seems the collective's financial situations are going. We can say to ourselves, or however you do your affirmations, if you do it while meditating, if you just look in the mirror and talk to yourself, if you record it and then play it over and over again, whatever works for you. I earn with integrity. Remember, that's important. Inspired actions opens my income. So movement, small steps towards our goal. You don't have to take big giant ones, just do what you can do. I move toward calmer prosperity. All right. Remember that false alarm card, exaggerated panic. We can leave that behind. It will work out. We're going to move slowly but surely towards the goal. So I move toward calmer prosperity. My authenticity attracts aligned partners, keeping that attitude of gratitude, and you will see what it attracts. And that's just not in your love life, in your financial life, but just all around you. When you just go out to the store, when you just go out into the community, attracting business partners. So my authenticity attracts aligned partners. What's meant for me finds me even quietly. Again, let's go over those affirmations. I earn with integrity. I earn with integrity, Inspired actions opens my income. I move toward calmer prosperity. My authenticity attracts aligned partners. What's meant for me finds me, even quietly. Well, collective or divine collective, it has been wonderful talking with you all today. I'm so excited for just what seems to be like a great turn in our own finances. I hope it was an eye opener for you to, just get a sense of what your divine feminine or masculine coming in, or maybe you've already met them, what their finances kind of look like, and just a bit of advice in helping them watch out for burnout and also keeping those financial matters private. It's just been wonderful talking with you all today, and I cannot wait to do this with you all again. I will talk to you all soon.